Big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR. Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight.
This has gone beyond just being a match, JR. I think these superstars, I don't care how tough you are, JR. No one can take this kind of pain for long.
You're absolutely right, King. We've seen many superstars tap out to this very hole.
So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might. He's got that submission hold locked in.
He sure does, JR. He might make his opponent tap out right here. We've got someone else entering the match, JR. So who do you think's going to win this match, JR?
I'm not even going to hazard a guess, King. These superstars are so unpredictable that would be just about the most foolish thing I could possibly do.
Did you ever think you'd be watching these superstars compete against each other here tonight, JR?
I had a feeling their paths are going to cross sooner or later, and I'm glad I'm here to see it.
Me too. It almost...
He may get the 3 count here.
2. I can't believe he thought he was going to get the pin. I hope these superstars can make it through this match without suffering a serious injury. So here comes another one. How's this going to affect the match?
The submission is locked in. This could be huge.
Oh my gosh, JR! You can't go long without tapping out to this. Yes, that was an incredible move. What strategy?
Strategy, my Oklahoma ass. That's cheating, plain and simple.
There's the reversal. I love watching Kurt Angle in the ring. I hope he breaks someone's ankle tonight.
Why would you say something like that, King? Since when is seriously injuring your opponent? He's got his opponent locked in a submission hold.
We could see a tap out right here, JR. After some of the things we've seen in this, another superstar joining in. The more the merrier, I say.
And there he goes. The submission is locked in.
Oh my gosh, he might make his opponent tap right here. Flat on your back with your shoulders on the mat is no place to be.
1, 2. That's nowhere near a 3 count.
These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But
if there's the submission, there might not be any way out of it.
There better be, or we're going to see a tap out right here. I talked to these superstars backstage before the match, and I don't think I've ever seen competitors so ready to get it on.
And that's coming through loud and clear here.
1. Here's the pin. Could this be it? These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks.
Can his opponent kick out of this pinning predicament? He was a split second away from a 3 count.
He's going for the cover, JR.
There's no way that was going to be a 3 count.
He's really cranking up the pressure on that hold, JR.
He sure is. There's no doubt he's looking for the submission right here. A textbook reversal there.
There's the pin. Here he goes. Up the turnbuckle. This could be really good or really bad. His opponent has softened him up, JR. Now it's in for the kill.
He's got no defense left against a strong submission hold.
Oh boy, you might want to close your eyes, JR. This one could get ugly.
You're damn right it could. It could get bowling shoe ugly. And that's what this business is all about. It's not ballet music. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
Can you believe
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
It's like he read his opponent's mind.
I don't think this match will continue much longer, King. I don't think there's too much left in the tank here.
Oh no! I don't like the looks of this.
He's got the fans behind him, King, and his opponent had better watch out.
3.
He doesn't seem to be too concerned about his opponent, JR.
Well, he should be. This
1.
one's not over yet, and you never know what might happen.
They haven't been going easy on each other in this match, JR, and I think it's really begun to take its toll. We could have a pinfall here, JR.
2.
He really didn't think he was going to get the pin, did he? It looks like his opponent's going for the submission here, JR.
You'd be a fool not to take advantage of those injuries. He's not going to get caught with that one.
He's got his opponent locked into submission, JR. This could be it.
It could indeed. He might force his opponent to tap out right here.
I know these superstars want to keep going, but I don't know if they're going to be able to for much longer.
Oh boy, this is not going to be an easy hole to escape from.
It sure isn't, JR. I've been on the wrong end of that one many times. I wonder how long these superstars will be able to keep this up.
They'll go as long as they need to, King. And if they can't,
That submission is locked in, JR, and this is a tough hold to break.
It sure is, King. And even if you break the hold, it takes its toll on you. Booker T is such a phenomenal athlete, and he's overcome so much.
All's fair in love and war, JR, and I love it when this guy goes to war.
Whoever said that cheaters never prosper certainly never saw this man in action. What a submission hold! Could this be a tap out?
It isn't. The hold can't be broken. You can't take this kind of pain for long. I think the end is near, JR. This can't go on much longer. He can pin him right here, JR.
2. 3.
Jericho's so in love with the sound of his own voice that it was...
And now a pin! This could be
2.
it!
3. 1. 2.
That wasn't even close to 3. It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Here's
One.
the cover, JR.
I don't think he's climbing up there for the view. I never get tired of watching Chris Jericho in the ring.
I don't know if his opponent has what it takes to
Two.
kick out.
I think the damage has been done here, King.
One good submission could end this, JR.
One,
This could be a pinfall.
2,
Oh, man, that was almost 3, JR.
He countered that and made it look easy. I think this crowd has decided to exercise the right of free speech.
God bless the First Amendment, JR. Oh, man, I've been in this hole before, JR. This brings back some bad memories.
I can understand why, King. I can't even imagine the pain being inflicted here. Talk about a superstar who's let his success go straight to his head. The contempt Kurt Angle has for his fellow superstars. The spirit may be willing, but the flesh is weak. I don't think any human being could keep this up for long in that condition.
I think I see where this one's going, JR. I don't think we're very far from the end of the match.
I
One.
disagree entirely, King.
2,
I'd bet my
Three.
Oklahoma Sooner ass that this one isn't even close to being over.
That's a pretty big bet, JR. Are you sure you're able to cover it?
And
One.
here's the pin.
2,
I'm
3.
not sure I agree with what... Oh, my gosh! It's over, JR! Well, there's no question who won that one, JR.
Not at all, King. The referee counted a
Here's
pin,
your winner
and that's all
and
she
the
wrote.
new
I'm sure not
United
everyone's going to be
States
happy about
champion,
it, but that's what rematches are for.
Angle.
And welcome to a sold-out show from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Michael Cole, here with Taz at ringside, and have we got a show for you tonight.
Hey, Cole, we're in the desert. This is nuts. Every SmackDown show is bigger and better than the ones that came before, and tonight's gonna be bigger than all of them.
That's a bold statement, partner, but I can't disagree. I don't think Phoenix has any idea what they're in for tonight.
The thing you gotta remember about The Undertaker is that 50% of his style, his offense, is about getting inside the head of his opponent. If you can keep your cool and keep your head together in the ring with him, you're halfway home.
But you're not taking into account the power and he anticipated that move perfectly. We've seen this before. He'll do whatever it takes to win and take every advantage he can.
Hey, no, that's not gonna make you popular, but you gotta do whatever it takes to win. I don't think there's gonna be anything left of these superstars by the end of this match.
You're probably right, Taz. They're so focused on a victory that they don't care what they have to put themselves through to get it. Folks, we'll be staying with this match to the end with no commercial interruptions.
Good thing too, Cole, because I don't think we'd ever hear the end of it if we cut away here.
You're probably right, Taz. I know I wouldn't want to miss a second of this action.
He likes fighting dirty, and it's easy to see why. He's pretty good at it.
He certainly is, and I hope he's proud of himself. Personally, I find it disgusting.
You know, there's no doubt that The Undertaker is one of the most impressive superstars ever to set foot in a WWE ring. But you know what, Cole? You're only as good as your last match.
How can you say that, Taz? The dead man has proven himself time and time again. I highly doubt that would... He's put his opponent in the casket! Could this be it? This can't go much longer, Taz. Look at the physical condition of these superstars.
Man, I'll tell you what, man, this one's just turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. But I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it kind of took me by surprise, Cole. And that don't happen too often.
That's an understatement.
You gotta do whatever it takes to get the hell out of that casket pronto. I don't think the fans like that one too much. I'm sure this breaks this guy's heart.
It should. These fans are the lifeblood of WWE, and he doesn't give a damn what they think. He saw that one coming.
I don't think this is gonna last much longer, Cole. Talk about running on empty. He dodged that bullet. Boy, I'll tell you, this is not the way I thought this match was going to go at all.
And that's what makes the WWE so exciting. The unpredictability of the superstars. You never quite know exactly what you're going to see. These superstars have inflicted so much damage on each other that I'm getting exhausted just watching them.
And I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, Cole. Because it's sure not from personal experience, I know that.
There are limits to the amount of punishment that a human body can absorb. And if you want proof of that, just take a look at these superstars. I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, But as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. You know, I don't think you can keep going for much longer after taking that much punishment. This is completely off the hook, Cole.
We were expecting a solid match from these superstars, but this is even better than I'd hoped.
You know, I don't care how bad you want to win the match. The fact of the matter is the human body is only capable of so much. Jeez, what a match. I got no idea what these superstars are going to do next.
That makes two of us, partner. And I think that's one of the things that makes it so exciting.
Man, I almost feel bad for JR and King, Cole. When's the last time you think they saw a match this good?
I couldn't tell you, Taz. I don't know if they've ever had anything this good on Raw.
Me neither. Because I guess that just makes sense. I mean, after all, SmackDown is the #1 brand in all of sports entertainment.
And that's one of the few things we completely agree on, partner. It doesn't get any bigger or better than SmackDown. The WWE superstars are all superb athletes, but they're also human beings, and there's only so much punishment a human body can take.
I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that.
How much more abuse can a human being take? If this match doesn't end soon, I think we might have a serious injury on our hands.
Nice quick counter. I think I've got a pretty good idea who's going to win this match, Cole.
I wouldn't be so sure, Taz. If there's one thing we've seen, it's that anything can happen here in the WWE. When you talk about a man who's done it all in this business, you don't have to look any further than the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels is definitely a legend. He's been in this business for a very long time, and
he's taken some serious damage. His opponent isn't fooling around here.
Yeah, no kidding. You can't let someone keep working you over like that. You never know what to expect from these superstars, Cole. I mean, this could be over in 60 seconds or 60 minutes.
Well, it wouldn't break my heart if they went for an hour, Taz. I'm really enjoying this match. That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum.
Uh-oh. You know what's coming next, Cole.
Tombstone Pile Driver. How many superstars have fallen victim? I don't know how much longer this can go, Taz. These superstars are starting to look like they're running on fumes. Here it is, Taz. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
I'll tell you what, if his opponent's got a brain in his head, he'll get the heck out of there.
Oh, no. I think he's bleeding from that last shot.
Whoa, you're not kidding, Cole. He's busted wide open.
Get in there and take a look at him, Ref.
Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent limp. It's so great seeing these athletes compete here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed to get a hell of a show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight. He's got his opponent in the casket. Victory may be seconds away.
I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. But now I got no idea how this is gonna end up.
Neither do I, Taz. And I think it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting.
No doubt, Cole. I've seen superstars get a huge advantage over their opponents and still lose the match because they got sloppy.
Anything can happen in WWE. An entire match can turn on one or two big moves.
And that's why you can't take your eyes off the action for 1 second. You never know when something huge is gonna go down.
Nice reversal. Look at these superstars, Taz. This can't go on much longer. Wow.
Great reversal.
You won't find better athletes than the WWE superstars, but they've got their limits. Limits which may have been reached here tonight. What a counter that was. A physical match like this will take its toll, and I think that's exactly what we're seeing here. What a reversal! I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're gonna get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
These superstars have been pounding the hell out of each other, and now we're starting to see the effects of that. These superstars are showing some great intensity here tonight, and that's what the WWE fans came to see.
That's for sure, Taz. And the #1 rule here on SmackDown is to send the fans home happy.
You know, you can't take a beating like this and expect to win the match, Cole. I don't think this is gonna...
It looks like he's decided to finish off his opponent.
And what a way to do it! A tombstone! See, now this is how you win a match, Cole. You work over your opponent until they can't fight back.
A textbook reversal. Let me follow up.
These superstars give everything they got when they're in a match like this. But a lot of people don't realize what they sacrifice behind the scenes also.
No question. If you want to make it in the WWE, you've got to sacrifice just about everything for your career. It has to be as important to you as anything else in your life.
Cole, what you got to realize, to make it in the WWE, this is not a job. This is a lifestyle. That's why you see so much passion for what they do in the ring.
And that's something you won't see anywhere else. With all due respect to every athlete and entertainer out there, no one gets...
Watch it. He reversed it. I don't even know how he can still stand after taking so much physical abuse. I don't think this is going to last much longer. This is one heck of a match so far.
It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far?
He slipped out of that one. Man, what a match. Kids, if you're watching this, don't try this stuff at home.
Absolutely not. These are trained WWE superstars, and even they wind up seriously injured sometimes.
No joke, Cole. These guys...
We've got a superstar in a casket, and a match that could be over very quickly. He was one step ahead on that one.
Ha! Talk about being a little delusional.
The size difference between them is just too much.
Well, the name of the game is to beat your opponent down until they can't do a thing about it. And that's exactly what's happening here. I don't think this is just a match anymore, Cole. This is getting personal.
Well, what do you expect? They've been beating the hell out of each other all match.
Yeah, but it's more than that, Cole. I don't think they look at each other the same way after this one. There's the reversal, Cole. These superstars are putting on a clinic in there.
Yeah, and not a health clinic. I don't think they'll be the same after this one.
Man, his opponent looked like a poke with that counter.
How much can these superstars possibly have left?
They got as much left as it takes, Cole. Trust me. You get in that ring and you find out you got reserves you never knew you had.
I can imagine. Nothing pushes you to the limit quite. And there's the reversal. We've seen an excellent match so far, and it's not over yet.
Not by a long shot, Cole. And that's a good thing. I don't think we could ever get sick of watching these superstars go at it.
Me neither, partner. This one's got rematch written all over it.
The most frustrating thing in the world is when you want to keep fighting, but you know you ain't got nothing left. And there's the counter, Cole. You can't compete in a physical match like this and not wind up feeling the effects. And that's what we're starting to see right here. Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner. But it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these...
He's got his opponent in the casket. This could be over right here.
Man, there's not an ounce of quit in these superstars.
There certainly isn't. They're in this one to the bitter end. We're definitely seeing the toll this very physical matchup has taken on the participants. I've got to believe this one won't last much longer.
That was a textbook reversal.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars face off.
You're not going to hear me say this much, Cole, but I definitely agree with you. This has all the makings of a nice, long feud.
I don't know how nice it is, but there are certainly some issues between these superstars, and I think this match might only exasperate them.
Jeez, Cole, watch your language, will you? It's a family show.
I said exasperate. Not, oh, never mind.
I can't remember the last time I seen a crowd so pumped up.
I know what you mean, partner. These superstars have really brought the fans to life here tonight.
This is one hell of a performance by some amazing superstars, Cole.
What did you expect, Taz? This is SmackDown, after all. The #1. Great reversal.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting them through into the casket. This is not the best match if you're kind of a little claustrophobic. Seems like things have quieted down a little bit here, Cole.
I think this may just be the calm before the storm, Taz.
These superstars are pounding the heck out of each other. How much longer can they keep this up?
I don't know, Taz, but you can bet that it's going to get a lot worse before it's over. What an incredible match we've seen so far.
And it ain't over yet, Cole.
It sure isn't. I think these superstars could keep going for quite a while longer.
It's crazy to think we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a better broadcast partner and save the company some money at the same time.
Keep it up, Cole. Keep it up. And you're going to find out how tough this job really is when your jaw gets wide shut. I think this proves without a doubt why SmackDown's the dominant brand in sports entertainment.
I can't help but agree, partner. You won't see action like this on Raw.
Yeah, and even if you did, you'd have to listen to a couple of yahoos jabbering about puppies and government mules and scolded dogs. I tell you, it's like a damn zoo over there.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle, Cole. An injured superstar's like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your opponent.
You got that right, Cole. This business is as psychological as it is physical. You can't let your opponent think you're easy pickings.
Well, I wouldn't consider any of these superstars to be easy pickings, no matter how beaten up they get.
You know, Cole, the more I watch this match, the more I'm thinking that there's some legitimate personal issues here between these superstars.
You might be right, Taz. After all, they spent the better part of the match beating the hell out of each other. It's hard not to take something like that personally.
Let me tell you, Cole, I spoke to these superstars before the match, and I ain't never seen competitors more fired up and ready to get it on.
Judging from how this match has gone so far, Taz, I have no trouble believing that whatsoever. I think that if one of these superstars successfully executes their finishing move, this one is over.
That ain't necessarily the case, Cole. Just because it's called a finisher doesn't mean it always ends the match.
You sound like you're speaking from experience here, Taz.
Of course not. Whenever I locked into Taz's mission, that was it. End of story. It was over.
I think you're developing a selective memory in your old age, partner.
I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole.
So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks.
And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that.
They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself.
These WWE fans just can't get enough of these superstars.
And I'm glad to see it. A WWE match isn't just about competition, it's also about entertaining the fans.
Okay, well, if that's the case, how come they got you as an announcer? I mean, that ain't exactly great entertainment, in my opinion.
You might be right, Taz. I think it would be extremely entertaining to listen to you try to call a match all by yourself.
You know, I know I said someone's on the way to taking a little dirt nap, Cole. I gotta tell you, I didn't expect these guys to go off on each other the way they have tonight. This has been brutal, this match so far.
Well, Taz, it's not ballet, you know.
Oh, really, Cole? Gee, here I was wondering what happened to the pointy-toed shoes and the frilly little skirts. You know what? Maybe I should go check your closet.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
Oh, come on, Cole. You know, you should let me train you. You could be Cruiserweight champion in like a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Duh. They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to announcing for now. I don't think anyone in this match has even considered that they might not walk out the winner.
I'm sure they haven't, Cole. That's the kind of attitude that gets you beat quicker than anything. As soon as you let the slightest doubt into your mind, you can forget about it.
And that's something I don't think people realize. The mental conditioning of the WWE superstars is just as impressive as the physical conditioning.
Man, I can't tell you how impressed I am with what I've seen here tonight so far.
How could you not be impressed, Taz? These are some of the greatest superstars in the world doing what they do best.
Hey, slow down, girl pants. I went into this expecting a good match. I'm just saying, it's even better than I thought it would be.
I know exactly what you mean. These superstars certainly are pulling out all the stops.
Uh-oh, he's got his opponent in a casket. I don't even want to think of what's going to come next.
I don't believe it. This one's over. My God, what a match. You never know what you're going to see in a Buried Alive match.
Here's
That's
your
for sure,
winner,
Cole. Everybody pulls out
The
all the stops in a match like that.
Undertaker.
You can't afford not to, because if there's one thing you can be sure of, it's that your opponent will.